Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon, this is Fun with Cross Stitch, and today I thought we would do a stitch with me. So we're going to work on Toy Shop today. Hope you can see that okay. Got you in focus. This one's by Aimee Stewart. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that like this one and asked if I could do a stitch with me with it. So let's get into it. I'm just going to do a bit of block colour today. I hope you can see where I am. So let's just get into it. How has everybody been? How is your week? If you watch my regular floss tube, you know that we've been on holidays. Had a great time. Yes. Showed all the photos in the video. Tell you what, it's good to be home and back in your own bed. I mean, it's good to have a holiday, but it's always nice to come home. You don't realise how tired and burnt out you get when we're on the go all the time. I hope you can see this and it's not too dark. The light's not too bad today, but it's a bit dull. I'm doing this at 11:30, and it's Friday the 25th today. So I thought I'd just put in a sneaky stitch with me. It will get uploading tonight. So it should go in overnight or might go in early depending on the internet. We know what the internet's like. Some places it goes really quick, some places it doesn't. It's very hot here at the moment. It's 28 degrees. So it's a bit warm. It's supposed to reach 35 tomorrow in Ipswich. So that's going to be a scorcher. We'll get up early in the morning, go shopping, and then come back home to the aircon, I think. Too hot to be out there. You'll cook. Tiger's flaked it. He's just laying on between the lounges. So he's not gonna move anytime soon. He really missed us when we were away. He's been pretty clingy since we got back. Sits at the door when we go out as though to say, well, are you coming back? But we don't take any big bags with us, so I think he worked that one out. The first day we got back, he was that clingy. Everywhere I went, he'd go. Didn't hesitate. But now I can move around the house and he'll stay in the one spot or he'll stay asleep on the chair. So that's good, it makes it easier. So is everybody getting ready for Christmas? Have you done all your Christmas shopping? We're getting there. We've done the presents. Haven't put the tree up yet. That will go up next week because we don't put it up until the 1st of December. Some people put them up earlier. But we'll wait till after the 1st. It's not like there's little kids running around here. There's only the two of us. And the longer it's up, the more the cat will pull it down. So, yeah, all we've got to do is food shopping. So we'll do that and all ready for Christmas. Just doesn't seem like Christmas this year. There's not much Christmas spirit around. In the area that we live in, no one seems to put Christmas lights up out the front. You can drive around and find streets that do it and look at all their Christmas lights. They're nice to look at. no one around this area seems to do. We've got a few new neighbours in the street, so we'll see what they do this Christmas. See if they put any lights up. You never know, they might. We'll see what happens. Hubby's back at work, so that's keeping him busy. Bit busy out on the roads. I'll just finish this on the front. Save flipping over, otherwise I'll be shaking you around a bit. I'm pretty sure you don't want to get shook. Yeah, it's a busy time of the year out there for truck drivers with all the deliveries and everything. Australia Post is going to be flat out. Heard on the news the other day that the Aussie Post handlers are in trouble. They were throwing parcels around in the park trying to sort their load out, but just throwing them around. Too bad if they were glass ornaments or something. So they won't be in one piece by the time someone gets them. Whether anything gets done about it or not, who knows? I'm loving doing this toy shop. I've missed not doing it actually while we were away. I'm going to get all this bit finished up here. What you can see here, and then that should be the first row of pages done. Second row of pages done. Now I'll just decide whether I do it in rows or go down one side and go across the bottom, mix it up a bit. Or just keep going the way I'm going and then just see what, excuse me, see what comes in. I think the frogs visited my throat. That's not what you want in a stitch with me, but anyway. I did have a few questions. I'll just have a drink. Someone wanted to know how I'm going to sort out my whips for next year because I'll have 23 of them. So I'm going to put them in 2 decision wheels. One decision wheel is going to be my full coverage, which will mainly be Heaven and Earth designs and the ones that I've made up myself, made the pattern. They'll go into the full coverage. And in the non-full coverage, I will have the Long Dog samplers, the Fancy Ladies. There's another couple of tiger charts that aren't full coverage. They're just like 3 heads or 4 heads on the fabric, so they'll go into the non-full coverage because that's not full coverage. So what I'll do is every video I'll draw 3 out of the full coverage because Toy Shop will always be there, so that will be my 4th because I'm going to pull 4 from each decision wheel. So that'll be 8 for the fortnight that I'll be working on. So I'll be pulling 3 from the full coverage And then you'll have Toy Shop, which will make the 4th. And then I'll be picking 4 from the non-full coverage. Now, if I work on the 8 of them, and I've still got time left, I'm just debating whether to work more on one of those 8, just leave it at 8 a fortnight. And then the next fortnight I'll have 7, which will be all the whips then. So I can either, if I've touched all the whips, I can either go back and touch them like again, or 1 or 2 of them again. Sometimes I do 11 different whips. Or I can spin the wheel and do them again. But I think, not 100% sure yet, I think I might just have the 8 whips. And then if I stitch on the whole 8 of them, I'll just go back and stitch on one of those 8 again, or a couple of the 8. Because Toy Shop will get at least 2 days, maybe 3. Just depends on, it really depends on how I'm feeling to what I want to stitch. I mean, if I've got 8 to choose from, and that's easy, because once you start stitching, you like stitching them. Before you start, you think, oh, I don't really fancy doing that one. But then you do it and, yeah, you want to keep going. Well, that's the way it is with me anyway. But I love all my whips. They all keep me busy. I'm trying see if I can get any finishes next year. I know I know Toy Shop won't be finished, that's for sure. Next year it'll be at least half finished, at least, because I'm on 33% now. I wanted to do 40% this year, but that's out of the question. I just can't do it. Plus, I've been getting the other charts ready to go through next year. If you want a good challenge to do on Facebook, there's the Whip Warriors. They're doing a road trip. A lot of you might have heard about it. I only heard about it recently, so I've joined it. And you choose what vehicle you want to go around in. And then you do so many stitches for that one. And then you've got to do a registration, which helps you stay at any parks, I believe. So you've got to do a certain amount of stitches for that one before you can do it. And then it's a ready, set, go. You've got to do more stitches to get into the race, to the trip. But once you do that, I'm not sure whether you've got to wait till next year until everyone's up to it, or do you jump in now? I'm not quite sure on that one yet. I haven't got that far. I'm still doing my stitches. I think out of a 3,500, because I chose to do an RV. They're a nice vehicle. That's what we wouldn't mind getting when we retire, get an RV and just travel. Hubby can do a bit of driving, then I can do a bit of driving. Because on those you only need a car licence, so I can drive one. Don't know where we'd end up, but you got them. You've got your house on your back, more or less. So you just go where the road takes you. Tiger would come with us, of course. Don't know about Milo. Don't think Milo would go very well in an RV somehow. I don't know. But that's years down the track anyway. A lot can happen between now and then. But yeah, back on track. Yeah, you do those stitches and then you join a race, you join a road trip. And I think we're going to the US. So that will be good. Collect the pictures and that along the way, I guess. I'm not quite sure yet. But it's all a learning curve. You have stitching. I might as well have a bit of fun with it along the way as well. Why not? Starting to watch FlossTube again, catch up on what I've missed while I'm away. Yeah, I saved them all to watch later, and every time I seen one pop up while we were away, I put it to watch later, and now I've got a long list of them. So I'll start. I've watched a couple of them. I haven't commented on the videos that I've watched yet, but I have watched some, and I will go back and comment. I've been busy getting things done here. Had some bags to make. Had some more orders to fill. Some bags, some grime guards. And if you watch my last video, I had those little fabric baskets, so I've made a couple of those. They've gone, they're going in the mail either tomorrow morning or Monday. Depending on how busy the post office is tomorrow, because it's going to start getting really busy now. Everyone trying to get things by Christmas. We're not going anywhere over Christmas, we're just staying home. The kids will probably come over, some of them. We won't have everyone, but we'll get a few. We'll see. If not, we have a nice quiet Christmas. Just us and the animals. We can always keep ourselves entertained. There's plenty of Christmas movies on. Have a few drinks. And we're laughing. Once, like they say, once grandparents or parents pass away, Christmas is never the same. They're the ones that keep it all together, more or less. So it will never be the same. I've lost where I'm up to. This one should be done. Is it very hot wherever you are? Or are you in a place where you're going to have a white Christmas? That would be nice. That would be really nice. I've never seen snow. I'm from England, but I came over here when I was only 2. So I don't know much about England, only what I've been told and what I see in pictures and movies. But yeah, I'd love to have a white Christmas. I don't think it'll ever snow here where we are, but it'd be so nice if it did. I don't think I'd ever go to England though. There's so many things to look at in Australia. just travel around Australia and have a look at things. I haven't been to a lot of places, but hubby has. He's been through a lot of places through work and when he was younger. I hope everyone can hear the volume okay. I've turned it right up. I've turned my phone right down so I don't get the notifications. So there we go. Got to do a bit of sorting out in the craft room. I think I've got bags of CXC threads. I brought a whole set of them because it was a bit hard to get some of the DMCs. So I thought I'll get a whole set of CXC and see how they stitch up. And for the ones I've used, I've still got a lot in the bags. I just haven't put them with the rest of the cottons yet. But for the ones I've used, they've got a good coverage on them. I especially like the black and the darker colours. I think they're a thicker cotton because they do cover better. So I do think they're a thicker cotton. They're a lot cheaper too. Yeah, it just depends on your preference. I mainly got them because I had so many full coverages that I'm doing, and I just thought it'd be easier just to get a full set of CXC, and I've always got cottons then, and I have got another brand of, I've got some Anchor in the craft room. I like the Anchor Black. That's really good. That gives you a good coverage as well. There is some more in there, but I'm not sure what brand it is. But they're equivalent to DMC. They're like a Sullivan's. Okay, what have I done? What have I done? Nothing. Nothing, I was just looking at the wrong bit. I've loved watching this one come together. I liked this chart when I first started it. I mean, I still like it now. But I showed hubby this chart that me and Rachel were going to do it together. And I said, yeah, but it's a very big chart. I don't know. I wasn't sure. He goes, oh, I dare you to. I double dare you. So that's that just pushed me more to do it. And here we are. I started it in 2019. But I did put it away for a bit. It hasn't been worked on as much as what it does get worked on now. I didn't fall out of love with it, but just didn't seem to want to do it as much. But now it's a different story. I just want to keep working on it. But like I said, that's with all the whips. As soon as you work on one, you think, oh, I just want to keep going. And I've gone into long dogs at the moment, which I didn't think I would, the samplers. At the moment, I've got peacocks and castles, or castles and peacocks. I've got that one on the go. I have 3 of them. Anzac is one that I'm going to be starting. I've just got to double check that the fabric I've got fits. 16th century, that's a ABC one off Etsy, but that one I've started. It's like a long dog. There's another one with a big flower in the middle, but I can't think of the name of it. But I'll tell you on my next floss tube anyway, because that's going through to next year. Hope this isn't rocking too much. Doesn't seem to be bumping the camera. That's why I don't flip it over, otherwise it will bump. So I'm ending them on the front, and when I finish the video I will end them all on the back like normal. No worries. Oops. Got to mark off the right one. Hope you don't hear the truck that just went past. They're doing a lot of renovations over in the next street, so the trucks go up and down this street every now and then. They're putting in a primary school the next street over, and it's going to back onto our street, which is going to be busy. Because we're going to have a daycare at the front of it, which is what's going to be backing onto our street. So there's going to be a lot more traffic, a lot more kids around, and there's a high school down there too, which you don't hear anything from the high school. When they have like a sports day and they have the big microphone and that on, it must be out in the sports grounds, but then you can hear them, but it's nothing too loud. They're all just having a bit of fun, as kids do. But yeah, so it's going to be a bit busy in our street. They're putting up a lot more houses around this area as well. A lot of people are buying here because of the school, which is putting the value up on the houses, which is a good thing. And our place being a 4-bedroom with a media room, which you can turn into another bedroom. So it's a big family home. Would sell pretty well, I reckon. The only reason we got such a big home was because there was us, there was Stevie, and there was Mum and Dad. So we built a home big enough to accommodate everybody. But things happen. Yeah, so do that one. What is it? What else has been happening? Oh, I forgot to say my video too. We went to the night markets in Surfers Paradise. And they have a lot of good things down there. They do. There's a lot of jewellery and clothes. They had a fair bit. Things that you could buy for Christmas presents, just depending on what you're after. And they also had wax hands. So we decided we'd do ourselves a wax hand. I meant to show that on the video, but I didn't. I'll show it on the next one. Yeah, so you put your hand in some water to wet them first. We done them where we linked our fingers, because that's the way we wanted to do it. You put it in the water, then you duck it in the hot wax, and it's hot, but it's not meant to be too hot that you can't stand it. But because we had our fingers linked like that, the wax got through there. Oh, geez, it was hot for a second. It really was. But then you take your hand out of that, go back in the water, and then you go backwards and forwards for a little bit. And then you just, one by one, we had to pull our hands out, and just, it's amazing how it doesn't fall apart. They're so good. So we got that. We got it painted blue, and it's sitting on a red love heart. I'll show you next video. I forgot all about it on my last video. But yeah, so we done that. Wandered around the markets. Had a look at some people doing like a little show just on the street. Yeah, there was a Aboriginal man playing a didgeridoo. They are so good at doing that. Makes you wonder how they can do it. I mean, it's, to look at it, just looks like a bit of wood and you just blow through it, but they get all the sounds and they're just so good. But you can't, no one can do it like an Aboriginal, I don't think. They are good at it. Yeah, so we watched them. There was other street performers. We caught the end of one where he's climbing up a ladder and then doing tricks up there where he stand upside down. People are holding a string or ribbon to hold the ladder up. It was good. So we've booked our holidays already, again for next year. We're going back down to surface again. We're going to go into Kira Beach this time, but they're all booked out, so we're on a waiting list. And what they do is they just message you and let you know that the dates that you're after have come available, and then you ring up and you can accept it or decline it if you changed your mind. But that was where we were going to go, but they booked out 13 months ahead. So we don't know if we'll get a vacancy there. So we booked back into surface again for our next holiday. So that'll be fun, and we'll do different activities this time. I know there's a Dracula restaurant up there. They're supposed to be good meals and a show. So we might go to that. Wouldn't mind going to SeaWorld, to the theme parks, just to have a look at the animals. Not really into the rides, but just to look at the animals. They have dolphin shows, so that would be good. So we'll see how we go. That's 12 months away yet. Thinking when it gets closer, if we're going to go to SeaWorld, it works out to be cheaper to buy a yearly pass, which I think you get 3 theme parks, than it does just to pay for 1 day trip to go to SeaWorld, which is weird, really. You'd think a yearly pass would be more expensive than just a day trip, but it's not. So we'll decide during the year if we want to do that. So not sure what we're going to do yet. Like I said, that's 12 months away yet. It's a long time away. We will see how we go. I'll do another string. This is filling in nicely. All right, where are we? There. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments so that when I do my next stitch with me, we have more to talk about. I don't know whether you just want to listen to me ramble on or whether there's anything in particular you want to hear about. We don't do a lot of travelling or anything like that to talk about. Hubby's always at work, so we don't do a lot. Probably like a lot of other people, just work, home, sleep, eat, repeat. But yeah, if you want something to, if you want me to talk about something in particular on my next stitch with me, let me know in the comments. And that'll give me a bit of hints. I've done the get to know me tag, so you know, if you watched my very first floss tube, my very first stitch with me, told you all about my family, which I think most of you know anyway. Oh, nearly put it in the wrong spot. Yes, we'll see how we go with that one. I'll get some lunch after I finish this. I think the Marmon's been, so we'll go and check that out. We're waiting for a few parcels. We ordered some cups. I think they're coming from the US. I'll show you when we get them. They got nice sayings. Hubby's picked them out. It's nice verses on them. I'll show you when they come. I don't expect them. Well, we brought them when we were away. It's only been a week, 2 weeks. We'll see. Might turn up before Christmas, just depending on the post. And we've got a couple of shirts coming for hubby. He gets a lot of shirts from DSA, which is online. They do a lot of the Anzac shirts. The one that he was wearing with the Australian map on it, that was from DSA. He wore that when we went to Outback. That was from the DSA. They're lovely material. They're so, well, not soft, but cool. They're the cool material. So we've got some of them coming. They should be here very soon. Let's see how we go with that. Tiger's still flaked it. Must be too hot. I might have to, I've only got the fan on at the moment. Might have to put the aircon on for him. But if it's on too much, he ends up sneezing and he gets a cold. And I don't want that either. So, darned if you do and darned if you don't. It must be midday. The midday movie's coming on. It's an old black and white. I might leave it here. This is the last stitch I need to do in this colour. I can find the right hole to put it through. Knock these ones off. Well, there we go. We've done 160 stitches. I don't know how long it's been. 40 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. 160 stitches. If you want me to, the next one you want me to stitch on, just let me know which one. Or I can just stitch on Toy Shop again. I don't mind either. But if there's a certain one you want me to stitch on, just let me know. And we'll see how we go. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Where are we? Bye.